Have you ever experienced a moment when something magical awakened within you, and suddenly everything else seemed to lose its significance? One day, you might have felt the universe flowing through you, accompanied by a profound realization and a strong connection, as if you had touched the truth. Yet, the following day, getting out of bed felt impossible. You lost your desire to work, talk, pursue dreams, or even move. If this resonates with you, do not worry. You are not broken. In fact, what you are experiencing is more common than you may think. But what if I told you there is a hidden reason behind this strange emptiness, a reason that few people ever discover? Stay with me until the end, and I will reveal its true meaning. Once you understand it, everything will begin to make sense. When someone undergoes a spiritual awakening, a powerful shift occurs within them. You may have experienced a moment when you saw through the world's illusions or felt something divine during a call, meditation, in a dream, or even in silence. For a time, you felt free, lighter, as if you had finally discovered who you truly are beyond your name, profession, or challenges. However, then an unexpected feeling arrives, demotivation. Nothing excites you anymore. Even activities you once cherished now seem meaningless, leading you to question, what is wrong with me? The truth is, nothing is wrong with you. You are simply navigating a phase that most awakened souls experience, yet few discuss. Let me share a story. There was a woman named Tara who went through a significant awakening following a breakup and a health scare. She described it as though the universe had torn her open. Suddenly, she began noticing signs everywhere. Angel numbers, dreams that felt like messages, and synchronicities that sent shivers down her spine. She started journaling, meditating, and even shedding tears of gratitude. Yet, a few months later, something shifted. She lost her motivation to go to work and stopped communicating with her friends. She would sit for hours, staring blankly at the wall, pondering, what is the point? Tara even started to doubt the authenticity of her awakening because of the emptiness she felt. What Tara did not realize was that she was not regressing, she was delving deeper. This type of demotivation is not laziness, nor is it depression, at least not in the conventional sense. It resembles your soul's refusal to revert to a life lived on autopilot. You have outgrown your previous reasons for doing things, chasing money, seeking validation, and trying to look good to others. However, new motivations have yet to take shape. You find yourself straddling two worlds, the old one that no longer fits, and the new one that has yet to manifest. Hence, it feels as though you are trapped in a fog. While it is uncomfortable, it is actually a sacred pause. I want to share another story. A man named Jordan had been in corporate sales for over a decade, finding success through high earnings, fancy car, and prestigious titles. One night, he dreamt of himself as a little boy running freely through a forest, barefoot and laughing. He woke up in tears as that moment cracked something open within him. He began to distance himself from work, question his purpose, and feel drawn to nature and simplicity. But like Tara, he started to feel drained and uninspired. His previous drive seemed to have vanished. He confided, I could power through 12-hour days fueled by caffeine and stress, but now I can hardly endure one Zoom meeting without feeling a sense of inner collapse. He was not collapsing, he was being reborn. When your soul awakens, your body, mind, and overall energy system require time to realign. You can no longer operate on stress and ego. Thus, you may feel tired, lost, or question your motivation, or if you are simply giving up. However, what is truly happening is this: the fire that once fueled you was not your authentic passion. It was merely the fire of survival, of proving your worth, and of fitting in. Now, your genuine inner flame is only beginning to ignite. But it does not burn quickly. It burns slowly, deeply, and meaningfully. During this transition, you may feel disinclined to engage in activities for a while, and that is completely acceptable. Now, let us discuss practical steps you can take if you are experiencing this post-awakening demotivation. First, grant yourself permission to step away from the traditional measures of productivity. Rest is not a sign of laziness, it is soul integration. Just as a snake sheds its skin, it becomes vulnerable, quiet, and still. That is where you find yourself right now. Allow yourself to shed. Take naps, enjoy long walks, or simply gaze at the clouds. These moments are not wasted time. They constitute essential nourishment for your soul. Second, simplify your life. Do not attempt to revert to your old existence and force it into feeling right again. Instead, strip it down to the essentials. Identify 1 or 2 activities that genuinely bring you joy. For some, it may be painting. For others, it could be immersing oneself in nature, listening to music, or cooking without pressure. Find the simplest activity that offers you a touch of peace and engage in it slowly, with complete presence. This is how you start reconnecting with your authentic self. Third, cease comparing your journey to those of others. Your friend may be launching a business, your sibling may be getting married, or someone else might be traveling the world. Meanwhile, you are left questioning why even the mundane act of brushing your teeth feels like scaling a mountain. Remember, your path is unique. You are no longer constructing a life based on ego. You are building it on truth, and truth requires time. Also, initiate small, open conversations with trusted individuals. Simply share, "I am in a strange place at the moment. I feel like I am changing and I am uncertain about what I want anymore." That single sentence can lift about tremendous weight. There is no need to elaborate on your awakening. Just share your feelings. You might be surprised by how many others are experiencing similar struggles, remaining silent because they believe they are alone. Another recommendation is to keep a soul journal, not a to-do list or a record of achievements. Instead, maintain a straightforward notebook where you can write about your feelings, dreams, signs you have noticed, and ideas that arise when you find stillness. It does not have to be profound. It simply needs to be genuine. This practice will help you monitor your inner weather, and over time, you will begin to notice patterns, clarity, and guidance. Additionally, be mindful of what you expose your mind to during this period. News, social media, and excessive stimulation can intensify the fog. Strive to create space for silence, even if it is just for 5 minutes each day. Sit, breathe, and allow yourself to simply exist without demands. It is in these moments that the whispers from your soul emerge. If possible, spend time with people who do not expect anything from you. Those who can sit in silence without creating awkwardness. Those who listen without trying to fix you. This gentle company can help you feel safe while your soul undergoes its reset. And if you have not yet found such individuals, that is perfectly fine. Solitude serves a purpose too. Sometimes, the divine isolates you so that you can hear its voice directly. Now, You may wonder how long this phase will persist. The truth is, no one can say. For some, it lasts weeks. For others, it extends to months. However, the more you surrender, the smoother it becomes. Think of it like floating down a river. If you attempt to swim upstream, you will exhaust yourself. But by relaxing, you allow the current to guide you to a new destination. This new place will not resemble the old one. It will feel softer, deeper, and more aligned with your true self. Out of the blue, you will one day awaken to a faint spark, feeling inclined to engage in something. Again, not from pressure, but from curiosity. This spark might be small, like writing a poem, planting a flower, or reaching out to an old friend. But this spark marks the inception of your new fire. And this time, it is not about achieving or impressing. It is about expressing who you genuinely are. Remember, you are not lazy. You are not lost. Instead, you are being recalibrated. Your soul is choosing authenticity over productivity. While it may be frightening to release your old identity, particularly when the world continually urges you to hustle harder, your purpose here is not to hustle. You are here to heal, to rediscover, and to live from within. I promised to share something profound at the end, so here it is. This demotivation you are experiencing is not the conclusion of your awakening. It is the commencement of your transformation. It is not a retreat, but a deeper advance. Your soul is no longer interested in superficial goals. It is preparing you for something real, lasting, and sacred. You are not fracturing, you are falling into alignment. So if today all you can manage is to breathe, to rest, and to trust, then do precisely that. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are being reconstructed by something greater than yourself. Allow it to unfold, one breath at a time.